welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Dr. Debi Lynes has joined us once again. She does every month the Mind Your Health segment. And today we're going to mind our health as we grandparent, because we're both grandparents.
Yes, we are.
Of all ages, actually. My youngest is almost two, and then they go all the way up into their 20s. So
you know what? I'm about with you.
Really?
Almost exactly with you. Exactly. And it does come with joys and challenges. Exactly.
It does. And I'm going to ask your advice on behalf of our viewers. How involved? I mean, there is the joy, but yet as I look at, my daughters and my son, I have advice for them, but yet I know that there are times that I just need to just stay back. But I want to give them advice about, so I don't know what to do.
Okay, here's my, for what it's worth department today. So are you getting a grandparent in me, or are you getting a psychologist in me? I would say probably more of a grandparent in me. Okay. But I do believe, and I really feel strongly about this, I think as a parent, okay, and then as a grandparent, it is our role to share our points of view.
Okay.
Okay. If you are my daughter and you have two little ones, and I'm sharing with you my point of view, it's because from my lens and my perspective, which may or may not be a bit more objective,
right.
Okay, I would like you to hear what my thoughts are from my experience, wisdom, things like that. You can choose to respectfully disagree.
Okay.
In a loving and kind way. But what's interesting about that, it doesn't discount the fact that I may have something that is important enough to at least consider.
Because you have insight, because
right.
we're older. We've been there, done that. But yeah, wonder if your child gets defensive.
Well, they will.
Yeah.
Well, and I do too,
Yeah.
But I think part of communication, and it's interesting because we've got grandkids and kids, and there were many times where I'm like, did I overstep my boundaries? And I say that all the time. I'm sorry if I'm overstepping my bounds, but here's my point of view. Okay. And the question is, when the kids are defensive, would you rather have me not share what I'm feeling and thinking? And I think initially they're like, yeah, Mom, you're bugging me.
Right.
But the reality is, of course they want us to.
Right.
Of course they want us to share, because they want to do the right thing.
Right. It just sometimes puts you in an awkward position.
And you know what? That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
And it's because we're doing it out of love.
That's right.
It's because we love our children. We love our grandchildren. And yet we just have some thoughts.
Right.
On,
well, and
how
different
they're
points of
parenting.
view.
Yeah, exactly.
And really what this comes down to, if we're talking therapeutically, is tolerating distress. Anytime I get negative feedback, I don't care if it's from my kids or my peers or whatever, negative feedback makes me feel uncomfortable, so I feel stressed or distressed. The key for me, just like the key for our kids when we're talking about grandparenting, or what we view they should be doing, is can they emotionally regulate through it?
Right.
Okay? Or do they go, whoo, 0 to 10, and immediately, okay?
Right.
And probably for me too, or for us too. So it's really, how do you balance that?
It's all about balance, isn't it?
It's really hard. And I think just even having this discussion, it's real for every single one of us.
Right. Being a grandparent is, if you're not a grandparent, it is the ultimate.
It's the best.
It is the best.
And it is your role and responsibility to share your point of view.
Right.
That's what I got.
Okay. So we just do it in a kind,
in a loving
and kind and loving way.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Which is the way we all want to be treated.
I know. Yeah. Absolutely.
So
always a good Mind Your Health segment. But this was kind of my idea to do on grandparenting, just because
we all have kids.
We all have kids, and
it's summer and all the kids are home. There you go.
Thanks, Debi. And that's a wrap for this edition of the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and healthy, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.